31. The average distance from the Earth to the Sun is about A, 240 miles, B, 19 million miles, C, 93 million miles, D, 240 million miles. The answer is C. The average distance from the Earth to the Sun is about 93 million miles. The Earth's moon is about 240,000 miles from the Earth. 32. Humans have A, 13, B, 23, C, 46, D, 47 pairs of chromosomes. B. Humans have 23 pairs of chromosomes, or 46 chromosomes in all. 33. The scientific study of human culture is called A, sociology, B, archaeology, C, anthropology, D, Scientology. The answer is C. The scientific study of human culture is called anthropology, and it includes the study of the origin, behavior, and development, physical, social, and cultural, of humankind. Sociology is the study of human society, including patterns of social relations, social interaction, and culture. Archaeology is the study of past human life and culture by the recovery or discovery and examination of material evidence such as graves, buildings, tools, weapons, and other artifacts. Scientology is a religion. (34) What are the 5 major layers of Earth's atmosphere in order from the Earth's surface upward? A, Troposphere, Stratosphere, Mesosphere, Thermosphere, Exosphere. B, Troposphere, Stratosphere, Ionosphere, Exosphere, Thermosphere. C, Troposphere, Tropopause, Ionosphere, Stratosphere, Exosphere. D, Mesosphere, Stratosphere, Troposphere, Tropopause, Thermosphere. The answer is A. The 5 major layers of the atmosphere from the Earth's surface upward are the Troposphere, Stratosphere, Mesosphere, Thermosphere, and Exosphere. The Troposphere starts at the Earth's surface and extends to 23,000 feet at the poles and 60,000 feet at the equator. The Stratosphere extends from the top of the Troposphere to about 160,000 feet. The Stratosphere contains the ozone layer, which is about 50,000 to 115,000 feet above the surface. The Mesosphere extends from about 160,000 feet to 265,000 to 285,000 feet, roughly 50 to 54 miles. This is also where most meteors burn up when entering the atmosphere. The thermosphere ranges from about 50 to about 400 miles above the Earth. It includes the ionosphere, the part of the atmosphere ionized by solar radiation. The ionosphere, although not a major atmospheric layer, is important because it facilitates radio communication over long distances by reflecting radio signals. The exosphere consists of free-moving particles that can migrate into and out of the Earth's magnetic field. It extends up to about 6,000 miles. 35. Which of the following is not usually a gas at room temperature? A. Oxygen. B. Fluorine. C. Sulfur. D. Argon. The answer is C. Sulfur is not normally a soft, bright yellow solid at room temperature. Oxygen, fluorine, and argon are gaseous at room temperature. 36. A substance that speeds up chemical reactions is an A. Accelerator. B. Adipose. C. Compound. D. Catalyst. The answer is D. A substance that speeds up chemical reactions is a catalyst. 37. Spiders are A. Marsupial. B. Insects. C. Arachnids. D. Annelids. The answer is C. Spiders are arachnids, part of the large class of arthropods with 4 pairs of walking legs and no wings, unlike insects, which have 3 pairs of walking legs and a pair of wings. And annelids, a type of segmented worm with no jointed legs. Marsupials are a type of non-placental mammal whose young are born very underdeveloped and then continue developing outside their mother's body attached to one of her nipples, usually in a pouch. Examples are kangaroos, koalas, and opossums. 38. What type of blood vessel carries blood from the other parts of the body to the heart? A. Capillaries. B. Veins. C. Arteries. D. Aortas. B. The blood vessels that carry blood from other parts of the body to the heart are veins. Capillaries are tiny blood vessels that form an intricate network throughout the body for the interchange of substances, such as oxygen and carbon dioxide, between blood and tissue cells. Arteries are the blood vessels that carry blood from the heart to the various parts of the body, and the aorta is a part of the heart itself. 39. Which is the correct sequence of objects in the solar system moving away from the sun? Multiple choice. A, B, C, D. C. The correct sequence of solar system objects in this question moving away from the sun is Mars, asteroid belt, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus. The order of all the major elements of the solar system is from the sun outward: Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, the asteroid belt, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto. 40. A person's appearance resulting from his or her genetic makeup is called the person's A. genotype, B. individual apparent mutation, C. phenotype, D. source of heredity. The answer is C. A person's appearance resulting from his or her genetic makeup is called the person's phenotype. A person's A person's or organism's genotype is the genetic makeup itself. For example, the combination of alleles that determines what the person or organism looks like. 41. When a plant performs photosynthesis, it produces A. carbon dioxide, B. oxygen, C. water, D. methane as a byproduct. The answer is B. When a plant performs photosynthesis, it produces oxygen as a byproduct. 42. The speed of light in a vacuum is about A. 186,000 miles per hour, B. 186,000 kilometers per hour, C. 186,000 miles per second, D. 186,000 feet per second squared. The answer is C. The speed of light in a vacuum is about 186,000 miles per second. 43. When atoms and molecules pass thermal energy by direct contact, it is known as A. conduction, B. convection, C. insulation, D. swapping paint. The answer is A. When atoms and molecules pass thermal energy by direct contact, it is known as conduction. Convection is a current in a fluid such as the atmosphere or ocean, caused by uneven distribution of heat. Insulation is a substance or property that tends to keep heat or lack of it in a certain place rather than passing it on. Swapping paint is what race cars do when they bump or scrape against each other during a race. 44. The basic unit of heat is the calorie, which is the amount of heat needed to, multiple choice, A, B, C, or D. The answer is B. The basic unit of heat is the calorie, which is the amount of heat needed to raise the temperature of 1 gram of water 1 degree Celsius. 45. The temperature of the atmosphere falls during the nighttime hours because the answer is C. The temperature of the atmosphere falls during the nighttime because the side of the earth not facing the sun loses heat by radiation.